Hello, I'm Brendan Moran.
And I'm Ruby Lopez.
Welcome to Walnut Creek TV's first ever episode of Creek Currents. On Creek Currents, you'll be meeting the people and seeing the places that make Walnut Creek one of the most vibrant places to live in all of the Bay Area.
Absolutely. You'll get a hyper-local look at the best of your community. Now today we'll be taking you behind the scenes at the Walnut Creek Model Railroad Society and riding along with an honored police reserve.
But first up, let's check out Walnut Creek's first ever Community Service Day. As part of Mayor Cindy Silva's initiative to make 2011 the year of the volunteer, the city hosted a one-day event that brought out hundreds of volunteers and nonprofits. And I myself rolled up my sleeves and got to work. Hey everybody, I'm Brendan Moran for Creek Currents. Today I'm at Heather Farm for Walnut Creek's first ever Community Service Day. Over 1,000 people have volunteered to help out 47 nonprofits, and registration is happening right behind me. And did I mention there's free pancakes? Come on.
Community Service Day 2011.
After registering for the event, volunteers were treated to a pancake breakfast from the Lions Clubs of Walnut Creek.
I need a strong breakfast before I start volunteering.
With t-shirts in hand, volunteers headed out to work sites all over the city.
All right, the first stop is Bancroft Elementary, and there's a lot that's going on here right now. The first thing we're doing is sanding these flower boxes. I've got a lot of help here, some expert sanders. How you guys doing? Yeah? I am here with Mayor Cindy Silva, who has been working hard all morning long. So, tell me a little bit about Community Service Day.
Well, we're really excited today. Community Service Day is all about bringing over 1,000 people across the community together, from libraries to garden projects at schools, to just give back to the community and show how well we can work together to make a better community.
Well, so far it's a really great success, but the city actually works with nonprofits all year round, not just one day, right?
Of course. In fact, that's what made it probably pretty easy to put this together, is we have over 150 community groups that we work with on a year-round basis, from schools to library organizations, garden organizations, open space creeks, and all of those groups came together to come up with project ideas and then organize it, recruit people, and get it going.
Now, you have a very busy schedule. Yes. You're going all over the city today. How has the reaction been so far?
Well, I was at Heather Farm Community Center this morning for the kickoff and the pancake breakfast, and everybody was very excited to get t-shirts and to have a pancake breakfast, but they were just kind of excited to be there.
Yeah.
So it was really, really fun.
I'll bet.
And people seemed genuinely happy, and you hand them a cup of coffee and a free pancake. What else can
That's all they need.
That's right.
Mayor, I'll let you get back to work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Brendan.
Okay.
I'm here with Deanne Giffen. She's the first grade teacher here at Bancroft Elementary, and we are in the Learning Garden, right?
We are, yeah.
Can you tell me about it?
I can. This is our learning garden here at Bancroft Elementary, and we bring students out here. This is our teaching circle, which has been overgrown with weeds thanks to all the rain we had last year. We've got a lot of volunteers out here today helping us clear weeds and fix some irrigation.
How important is a day like today to get people out here to help clear out this garden, which would, if you did it by yourself, it'd take you a couple weeks?
Right. It's really important. We really appreciate it. It's the first year that we've had the weeds like this. Between a leak in our irrigation system and all of the rain last year, it's just gotten really overgrown, and as wonderful as first grade helpers are, it's just impossible to dedicate enough time out here during the school day to clear weeds. But if we can get a lot of things cleared, then we're ready to move ahead and do some different things with the kids as well.
Deanne, thank you. Let's get back to work.
Thank you. Thanks.
Okay, I am painting paw prints here on the playground, and this gives kids a place to stand in line while they're in line for handball.
I went from painting paws to more paws as I headed over to the animal rescue shelter, ARF. All right, I'm here with volunteer Jenna, who's helping me pick weeds at ARF. We're taking care of the landscaping, and she's kind of giving me some pointers. So what are we doing?
We are taking weeds out of the bushes.
Now, you're an animal lover, right?
Yeah.
So you wanted to come here.
Mm-hmm. I have 3 cats, 2 kittens and 1 14-year-old cat.
Wow, it's a pretty old cat.
Yeah.
Are you hoping to leave here with a couple more kittens?
I want to, but my mom says no.
It's probably fun.
Yeah.
Anything we can to help ARF, and of course we love the city of Walnut Creek.
Next, I headed over to Howe Homestead Park, where there was some major work already underway. I'm here at Howe Homestead Park with Art Janke. He's an open space ranger. He's kind of leading the charge here. What's going on?
We've got a fantastic project here for Community Services Day. We've got volunteers building a retaining wall, redoing the bridge, redoing the kiosk out front, and redoing our rules and reg signs.
You guys really know what you're doing. There's a whole mess of people redoing this bridge.
Absolutely, it's all our volunteers. Staff here set everything up, but it's really the volunteers doing all the work and getting all this put together. And it's a lot of work accomplished in a very small amount of time thanks to these volunteers.
How important is it to kind of have a plan and to know what everybody wants to do, you know?
Extremely important to have a plan and have everything set up so we have everything on site and ready to go. We had a couple different projects, a couple different variations, so we had to make sure all the tools, equipment that we needed for everything was here and ready to go.
So it's important to kind of have days like this to bring community volunteers out, you think?
Absolutely. It's fantastic to bring people into the parks. There's people who are being introduced to the park for the first time, which is fantastic. We love to have people up and enjoying our parks and open space.
All right, so when this is all done, what's it going to look like?
You know, it's going to make a beautiful, beautiful entrance into the park. It's going to be all nicely landscaped, which is how it was traditionally done when James Howe lived here. Before the city acquired the property. So as you come across the bridge, everything will be brand new, have a nice, beautiful butterfly garden to come, and it'll welcome you into the park.
Wow. Well, Art, I'll let you get back to work.
Thanks, Brandon.
Okay. Well, I had a great time here at the first Community Service Day. All these volunteers came out and donated over 4,000 hours of their time to help do very valuable projects, including rebuild this bridge. Now, if you want to find out about more volunteer opportunities, visit the Volunteer Center of the East Bay at helpnow.org. They have tons of listings for nonprofits looking for help.
Now, speaking of volunteering, what do you say we meet one of our city's police reserve officers? Now, these men and women lay it on the line, volunteering their time to help keep us safe.
I've been a reserve police officer for the city of Walnut Creek for the last 14 years. So the Reserve Division for the Walnut Creek Police Department has been associated for over 50 years. We have 31 reserve police officers who donate their time to come out and do law enforcement. And our 3 main functions as reserve police officers are to provide public safety, cover for regular officers, and transport of arrestees to county jail. During the last year, 2010, we contributed over 13,800 plus hours to the city of Walnut Creek. So some of the police presence that we provide for the city of Walnut Creek is by working at the high schools, working at the junior schools, working for dances, sporting events. As well, we provide the major police presence on both the Art and Wine Festival and the Walnut Festival. Most of the officers that you see during that are reserve police officers that are doing those functions. Walnut Creek Police Reserves go through a rigorous training program that's administered by the California Police Officers and Standards Training. It's a program that is quite similar to what regulars go through for their training. It's a program that involves continuous education that we have to get at least 24 hours of training every 2 years, and covers a lot of the same aspects that regular police officers deal with in their regular academy class. What inspired me to become a police officer was simply 2 things: Adam 12 and Dragnet. watching Reed and McCoy on the street, and you know, watching them go to the calls and see the calls that they went on. The challenge of going out and dealing with trying to solve a problem in real time like that was quite interesting to me, and helping out the general public. We have the division divided up into 4 teams. Each team is responsible for providing officers on the street for the graveyard and swing shifts. During that time, each of the team sergeants provides officers to cover the street on a Friday and Saturday night to help augment the police department and provide extra eyes and hands dealing with the general public and providing public safety. Many times we're approached by people on the street that strike up conversations with us, and they ask us how much we like the job, and I say I like it very much. I like it so much I'd do it for free. And they kind of look at me in disbelief and amazement, but you know, little do they know, I do it for free. The job is very rewarding and very challenging all at the same time. It's a great job. I love working here. I love doing this job.
Now, if you'd like more information about the reserves, or you're even thinking about becoming a reserve yourself, visit walnutcreekpd.com for more information. That is pretty impressive, all the time that these reserves donate to the city like that.
Really is a lot of dedication, just a great partnership that they have there. And you know another great partnership that the city has? It's the Walnut Creek Model Railroad Society, and I had a chance to visit and check it out. Hello, I'm Ruby Lopez for Creek Currents, and today I'm outside the Walnut Creek Model Railroad Society here in Larkey Park. Now, just inside is one of the largest model railroad layouts in the country. So, what do you say we go on inside and find out what got this society on the right track? We have now made our way inside the Walnut Creek Model Railroad Society, and we're here with the Vice President of the Society, Ted Moreland. So thank you for joining us here today.
Thank you.
Now, what you have here is really amazing. This is just wonderful. Give us a little bit of the history about the Society.
The Society has been around since the 1940s. Started by a group of guys that built a small mobile layout. Then they acquired a building and set it up near the Walnut Creek train station downtown Walnut Creek. They were there for a number of years up to the late 60s when the building had to be demolished for the creek work. After that, they negotiated with the city over about a 2-year period and acquired the plot of land that we're on now and built the building, completed it about 1972, and started the layout from that point on.
Now, you're located now in Larkey Park. Now, you mentioned that this building, you had built it, or the Society built it, and pretty much donated it back to the city?
Yes, it's a city building that we built, and the idea was to have our permanent home.
Okay.
And so we are in an ongoing lease, and as I say, we take care of the building. We do everything for it.
And it really is a hit. I know you're only open on select days, but there's so many people here, and families and children, their eyes just light up when they see the trains. It really is exciting just to see them so excited about it. How important is it to have this type of collaboration?
Well, one, it provides a way for people to see modeling in action, which is very difficult. Back in my day, railroads were everywhere. Well, it's harder to see that now.
And you're really welcoming to the whole family. And one of the things I loved when I walked in, and it said, there was a little sign that said, unattended children will be given candy and free puppies. That just goes to tell you, you're really welcome here. Come with all the family. They love it. It's a great time.
Yeah.
And we're kind of, like you said, we're up high. We're kind of getting a behind the scenes look. And this place is massive. So why don't you give me more of a tour so we can show everybody at home just the magnitude of this place. Okay, now this is more than behind the scenes. We are like down below. Tell everybody where we are now.
We are in the setup yard.
Okay.
This is This is where we put trains on the track, take them off if need be, swap things in and out. It's out of sight of the public,
Okay.
so it allows us to make changes. We can also do quick repairs down here in case something needs to be fixed. It's also where the track walkers kind of congregate.
Okay.
They're the guys that go out and fix things when something goes on the ground and something goes wrong. So they get called and they run out to figure out what the problem is, try and fix it.
Okay, all right. Now, before we were up above and kind of on top of the mountain, so now we're actually down below underneath the mountain, and that's
Under
where
the
all of
mountains,
this
yep.
is happening.
Yep.
Okay, great. Okay, let's take a look at something else now.
Okay.
Now this is the real aerial shot. So Ted, tell everybody where we are now.
We are in the operating balcony. This is where the engineers run the trains. They run according to the big board. The route is set by the dispatcher down below, and we have communication on an intercom system so that they can talk back and forth. But primarily they watch the big board,
Okay.
because that tells them where to go.
Okay, the big board is a big board that's all lit up, and it's a layout of the track.
Yes.
Okay.
Schematic of the model of the main line of the railroad.
Okay, and we have the engineers up here, and then we have the dispatcher that is communicating with the engineers.
And he is setting their routes.
Okay.
And tells them where to pick up a train or where they're going to take the train to by the route.
All right.
So what they do is they use the pins, these pins, which are good old telephone PBX pins.
Wow. Okay.
And they plug those in, and that operates a set of relays that then will power the section of track they're running on.
Wow, that's really interesting. Talk about the technology behind this and how you acquired these.
Well, what we have is a whole bank of crossbar relays that came from good old Pac Bell telephone when they changed a central dial office from rotary dial to the solid state. And we were able to get a donation of a bunch of the relays and then wired that in to power the model railroad here.
It's great. All right, well, preserving the locomotive history and technology as well. All right, now I know you guys have a show coming up. What's going to happen in that?
Well, actually, the sun's going to go down, it's going to get dark, and there'll be a thunderstorm with rain.
We have a storm coming up. We better get ready for the storm then, right?
Oh, yep.
Okay, let's go check out the show. About trains, sir.
Yes, I do.
You're very into it. Do you think that in the future you might belong to the Walnut Creek Railroad Society?
Well, my opinion in my date is to go and drive a train when I get older.
Okay.
I'm only 7 right now, so when I be able to drive a car, I'm going to drive a train.
So instead of driving a car, you're going to get in the train?
Yes.
Okay, and how about your sister here? What do you think about?
She's not my sister, she's my friend from school.
Oh, excuse me. Well, how about you, ma'am? What do you think about the train and this setup here?
We caught it last year. We only had a few sprinkles this time, but at least there was some rain.
Okay. And what do you think, bud? What do you think about all the trains here? time here today learning all about the Walnut Creek Model Railroad. Now, if you'd like to come check out the show, bring the friends, the family, and everybody, have a great time. Just remember that it's only open for viewing to the public on select dates. If you want those dates or more information on how you can get involved, you can visit their website at wcmrs.org, and that stands for the Walnut Creek Model Railroad Society. We look forward to seeing you out here. All aboard!
Well, it certainly seems that somebody had a good time.
You know, I really did. There was a lot to look at there.
Yeah. And you got a nice hat out of the deal.
Got a great hat. I thought you would like that. And if you're all interested in checking it out as well, as I mentioned, the Walnut Creek Model Railroad Society is only open on specific dates. Now in November, they're going to have a special show coming up. They'll be open from November 18th through November 20th and November 25th through November 27th.
Also happening this month is the opening of the Walnut Creek Ice Rink at Civic Park. Walnut Creek on Ice will be open November 11th through January 16th. And to really get you into that holiday spirit, check out the holiday tree lighting ceremony Friday, November 25th at 6 p.m. at Civic Park. Now this is a free event and it features the tree lighting, caroling, and a visit from Santa.
And be sure to catch us again in December when we'll explore Walnut Creek's best holiday happenings.
Next time on Creek Currents.